Hello, everyone, and welcome to a Division 10 match between Ole Miss and University of Florida's C team. I'm Joe, and I'm joined by our lovely commentator, NM Caleb Denby.
Hello, thanks for having me. It's good to be back, and it's going to be an exciting match, I think. Like Joe said, we've got the University of Florida up against the University of Mississippi. But Joe, my money this time, it's on the University of Florida. Do you want to know why?
Why is that, Caleb?
That's because it's the C team, and that makes their acronym the UFC. So we're going to see some fighting chess, and I think they're going to take it to the University of Mississippi and come out on top.
That's a good one. I gotta give it to you, but I'm gonna go for Ole Miss because it's their top team. It's their only team. They've
Right?
got
That's
they've got
true.
their best players on this team, and this is Florida's third best team. This isn't their, they're not sending their best.
Yeah, but they're sending the players with the most heart. They've got the heart and commitment, Joe.
That's true. Um, I agree. And speaking of players with heart, we're watching Sam the Eagle. This is their top board on the C team.
Who is not actually named Sam, by the way.
Yeah, this is Thomas Slayton. So Sam the Eagle, 76. I don't know, like Sam, like Uncle Sam the Eagle, like the bald eagle, 76, like 1776. This is a very patriotic name, if you have to ask me. That's my guess. I don't
That could
know.
be. That could be. He's also repping the Hikaru flare. Is that Hikaru flare? It looks like
That
it.
that looks like it to me.
All right.
And they're up a pawn. So
Yeah, up a clean pawn. But
soon to be up
actually,
two pawns,
Osman,
maybe.
uh, no,
No,
one, just one.
just
That's I counted.
they were gonna. Well,
Now, it's soon to be 0.
I don't know. Do you think? Okay, they saved A3. Um,
Yeah, I was about to compliment Osman on how he was handling the pawn structure. Actually, you saw that knight on a4, which looks kind of dumb, but with the pawns on c6 and d5, they're not quite that hanging pawn structure, which would be more comfortable for black. With one of the pawns behind the other, it makes sense to have that knight to try and prevent this move c5 that black actually just managed to achieve. But white couldn't get that sort of dark squared grip that he needed to pressure those pawns the most effectively. But now he's simplifying a little bit. The extra pawn here is on f6. It's not going to be the most useful extra pawn, but with a 500-point rating gap, I always tend to favor the high-rated player in the end game. Definitely, this is still easy
Queen
to mess up.
D5. So there goes the A pawn, but there goes the D pawn, and both these players will have a passed pawn. Taking with a rook. I like that. That's gonna help double the rooks for white.
Yeah, it might help double the rooks. White might also just entirely switch gears here and play rook g4 and just out of nowhere try to play for checkmate or something, which I wouldn't hate, to be honest. But the one thing you can't do here is nothing, because if you do nothing, then black will push a4, they will move their queen, and if this pawn gets to squares like a3 or a2, then you could actually be in some serious danger.
Doing nothing is definitely a bold strategy. I see that black has
I
taken
mean, if you ask Ben Feingold, it's a very effective strategy. That guy loves to do nothing in every position, and I'll tell you all about it.
Sometimes doing nothing is the best that we can do, though.
It looks
Sometimes,
like there's already a very surprising result, by the way.
yeah.
Pete Burt has taken out Sean Pooley, who was the Ole Miss board 1.
Dang, you're right. Florida did bring the fighting chess.
Yeah, fighting chess from the board 4.
Um, yeah. So Florida, they have no players with usernames that are the same as their name. Unless I somehow mixed up Sam the Eagle with Pythagor Jax.
you
um,
know, that might
uh,
make some sense, actually.
but
But
Mississippi has two players with their names as their usernames. And yeah, Alexander Harrison took down one of them, Sean Pooley, who's the top board from Mississippi. I'm glad you caught that though, because I missed it. Okay.
So
We're
things did
trading.
simplify,
We're trading
and
everything.
yeah, people love to talk about these 3 versus 4 endgames, and I don't know everything, but what I do know is that you might expect these pawns for white to be a detriment. You might think, oh, you should probably have this f3 pawn on g2, so your pawns are fixed, quote unquote. But actually, these positions are easier to hold with the doubled pawns like this. And the reason is they do a really effective job of trading off if black ever tries to push any of his pawns. So the absolute only way for black to make progress is to try to push g5, and as soon as that happens, this f pawn is going to be able to capture. And 4v3 is a draw, but it's slightly less drawn than a 3v2, just slightly less drawn than a 2v1, which is, one step away from the pure draw of 1v0, assuming the white king is in front of the pawn. So every pawn that gets traded here, white's closer to a draw. And all he needs to do now is just use this king to help support all 3 of these pawns and just start trading
We
once
have
pawns
a
get
draw
pushed.
offer from Aswin, the
And
900 rated.
the immediate decline by
So
Sam.
yeah, Mississippi, their bottom board is trying to get something out of Florida's top board, much like Florida's bottom board getting a win out of Sean, although I don't think Aswin's playing for the win here. They're just
Yeah,
playing for the draw.
I don't like what Oswin just did. He had sort of the perfect setup, and
Ooh, there goes a pawn.
yeah,
Uh-oh.
he had the perfect setup. He had his king defending the pawns. He had the rook active on a5, pressuring the f5 pawn, kind of putting black into a little bit of a bind. And now he brings this rook to g3, which just doesn't really make the most sense. And
Yeah, I
pawns
think
take the call.
White's in Zugzwang now. If black just wastes the tempo with
Yeah,
g6, now where does white move?
nowhere to go.
Anywhere you go, you're gonna drop a pawn. King move, you lose h4. Rook move, you lose f3 with check, and that's gonna be 3 pawns. Oh, but black
Yeah,
does not
so
take. But it doesn't matter, I guess. They're bringing the king
taking
to
his time.
h6 first, which is Oh, but they're okay. This should still be good.
Should still be winning.
Yeah.
Should still be winning, but a little bit unnecessary. Could have had one more pawn.
But who knows? Maybe they didn't want to win the pawn. They just wanted to like get rid of their doubled f pawn. Although they could have had the best of both worlds, but
Okay, stalemate chances. Stalemate chances.
that's true. But I like rook f3.
Yeah,
Rook
rook
f3.
f3, and I'm not seeing how to achieve the stalemate. Actually,
This
rook
also
g1, rook
seems
g1,
good.
rook g1,
Oh,
rook
rook
g1.
g1. Okay. Yeah, that's your
This is
that's
your
your block.
time.
Ah,
Oh, that's not it.
no, not gonna work there. Um
I trust Sam's rook weaving abilities here.
so yeah, Aswin had the draw, but unable to convert.
Yeah, it's
Although
kind of funny how earlier we said doing nothing is not a good plan. When at the very end there, all Osman had to do was nothing. Just shuffle the rook a5, rook b5. He had the perfect setup.
it's
Um, but
it's
instead he
crazy.
tried to move his pieces. Yeah.
Crazy how quickly the plan can change. Um Doing nothing ended up being the best
So it
plan.
does look like there's another game still going with Pythagor Jags against Chess Emperor 3000, who
Yes.
Pythagor Jags may or may not be named Sam, unlike Sam the Eagle.
I just watched the last of that game to make sure that the rook and king could finish the job, and they did. Pythagor Jags, I see, has won
Yeah,
their. No, they lost to Chess Emperor, who's the board
yeah,
2 for Mississippi.
that one did just end as well.
So let's see. Up a rook. Yep, that'll do it.
I don't
All
think I
right,
caught the Electro Zeus against Beats by Khan game.
it's happening right now as we speak.
Okay.
So
So that's the
you
last
didn't
game
miss it.
for
Yes.
round one then.
I actually am doubting myself now. I'm gonna double check the name situation.
Okay.
But I should believe in myself. I should trust my instincts that I didn't mess it up.
Look out for queenside castles from black here. That would be unfortunate. Losing a queen to bishop g4. Okay, so kingside castles, not losing a queen. Much better.
Yeah.
White might go something like knight d5 here, or yeah, knight b5. It's nice for white to get those dark squared bishops off the board. It was white's least active piece,
Would
and
you have
that
taken on c7 first?
take on c7. No, I don't think that works because just like queen d7, and then white cannot capture on, or well, white has to capture on a8, but then after black saves the bishop, black gets 2 pieces
But if
for the
your
rook.
queen's on d7, how do you save the bishop?
You don't save the bishop, but you take the knight on 8. Or wait, you're right. So I have to go somewhere else then. I guess I have to go
Queen
queen e7, but then
e7.
there's knight d5. Well, I don't know.
Or there's
You've got
queen
the big
c.
tactics. Yeah, I guess queen c8 was the way. Queen c8 was the way to go.
Oh, but here's a skewer. Trying to defend the c7. Oh, but there's
Yeah, f5 saves the
f5.
day.
It works.
Saves the day.
If only we had h3 for our bishop. Keeping the pen and
Yeah, bishop
threatening
e2,
e4.
very sneaky. Very sneaky. Look out. Look
Uh-oh.
out,
So
Zeus.
inducing the weakness.
Ah,
Oh, it was
that'll
missed.
do it.
But
That'll
let's
do
see.
it.
Does Beats by Con realize how sneaky they were?
This is how this is how a lot of tricks get played.
Was this
I think
accidental sneak?
in intermediate level
Oh,
blitz.
there it is.
You start to think that like bishop e2 wasn't what white wanted to do because the bishop was attacked. You had to move the bishop, but
Of
sometimes
course.
forced moves also make threats. So just because your opponent had to play a move doesn't mean it was a bad move. You have to still look out. Sometimes they can be making some sneaky threats.
Yeah, that was a nice sequence. So that wins the queen for Beats by Con, who is the board 3 Jaden Converse from Mississippi. So yeah, they saved their night.
Even at higher level of blitz, it's actually a great way to win games. Is just make your opponent think that one of your moves was their idea. Like, it felt like it was black's idea to play f5 and force the bishop back, but maybe that's what white wanted all along for this pin.
Perhaps. Yeah, multi-purpose moves. They're good. Because sometimes you see one purpose for them, but not all purposes.
Yes.
Would you want to look at
White's got an
another?
extra queen.
I was gonna say we could maybe look at another game.
Yeah, take your pick.
Let's look at Sean versus Sam.
All right, Sean looking for redemption this time around. Lost to the University of Florida's board 4 in round 1.
Yes.
Needs to come back strong.
Yeah, you never want to start off losing to the 4th board as the top board. Sean is their strongest player, so needs to produce. And they're looking for redemption against Sam here. Sam's got that nice profile picture. That's like from what's that? Is that from a video game, or is it from a cartoon? Do you know that?
I'm trying to look here.
Do you remember
it looks
that?
very familiar to me, but I couldn't place it.
There was like a baseball, like backyard baseball video game thing that it's reminding me of that. I'm not sure.
It looks like it was maybe a companion cartoon to the game. I don't know
though. But yeah, Sean's rocking the default, gray pawn.
The default gray pawn.
As their profile picture.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah. I don't know. Are you still, I know you used to be the llama lord. Did you have a llama picture?
So I'm still the llama lord on chess.com, and I do have a hand Microsoft painted rendition of Cuzco from the Emperor's New Groove.
Ah, hand painted?
On stream one day. uh, hand Microsoft painted. Very different. Very
Well,
different.
I don't know. It seems very similar to me. But
Um,
so you know what it's like to have a cartoon as a profile picture.
yes, a very poorly drawn cartoon.
Wait, is that the one? Is that the same picture as what your emote was on Twitch? Or
Yeah,
is?
it's my attempt to copy it. That
Okay.
is my best attempt.
Just really quickly, Beats by Con looks like they have Maiden 2.
Beats by Khan, Maiden
Ah,
2.
but now it's Maiden 3.
Going in the wrong direction, but probably still good.
Yeah. So turns out winning the queen is good.
Yes. More queens, more better.
Um, let's see. There goes the H pawn. Oh, there's
Yep,
Maiden
king got
1. I see Maiden 1
encircled.
two ways.
Still
See,
mate in
so
one.
so
Okay.
Electro Zeus is moving the king a lot, but they need to move these pawns, and they finally go
Yeah.
F3. You need to take, but it's too late. Anywho, that is a
All right,
point
just in
for
time.
uh Mississippi, and that actually evens up the score 2-2
Yeah,
after first round.
I'm still looking at Sean's position here,
Yes,
and
I've returned.
I like what Black has done. There's a really interesting decision now. Black has to decide if they want to capture on h4 or if they're too afraid. And as you know, as a member of the UFC, I would expect fighting chess, Pythagoras Jags gonna snap that pawn on h4. Not worried about the open h file. Just take the extra material and ask White to prove it.
And they do
Yes.
this. They do exactly just that. And I think White should castle queenside if that's allowed.
So if you castle queenside, the reason why I'm so okay with taking this pawn is because it gives me the g5 square, which is
Mm-hmm.
really nice to help me simplify a little bit, make sure I don't get checkmated. So castles queenside, you're going to run into bishop g5, and then you need to find some way to stop me from getting all the pieces off the board.
Well, you might just play bishop g5 regardless.
And this is true. I
Um,
think I will.
that looked hard to stop.
Sean
Um,
also a little down on the clock.
yeah, only 55 seconds.
So if Pythagoras Jags doesn't end up playing this move, bishop g5, then all of a sudden you have to look out for something kicking this knight away, and bishop takes h6 threats, but he does find it.
So
Does
there's the
find.
bishop g5 move. There's f4. This should lose an exchange with bishop takes f4. This
Yeah, I think
weakens the
knight
f2
f2
square.
first would actually be my pick, but he does it after.
Knight f2.
Actually, okay,
No,
this is winning.
but you have queen takes f2 first.
Yeah, I'm a sucker
Bishop
for
checks.
making making sure that the queens get off the board. That
Okay. Well,
well, actually no, that doesn't
that
make sure the
wouldn't.
queens.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that
don't know why. I don't know why I was like so
would.
enamored by knight f2 first.
um,
I was thinking the
you thought
g3 knight was going to
you
be a
thought
little
something was
awkward.
pinned. Oh my goodness, we have a rook
I was
sack.
also I was actually a little worried about this, but it looks like it's all under control with queen f6 in the end. Um,
Um,
just take the rook.
yeah, I guess
Actually,
like
maybe knight takes d1 is also possible. I would
ah,
rather get the h6 rook though, for sure. So if you save your rook on d1 now, then queen g5 is going to get the queens off. You do pick up my knight on f2, but I'm not so worried about it.
really
You
low
can
on
have fun.
time. Sean's got to move. 10 seconds. I would just take on on h6.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean the problem is you lose your last rook, and how are you even going to make a
yeah,
threat?
but then I would take on e6, and I'm threatening a draw if they take.
This is true. Okay,
um,
maybe that is the final swindle.
but I like rook d2 a lot because this knight's trapped, right? So,
Yeah, I was saying though you do get my knight, but I just get to play queen g5 here, and with queens coming off, it shouldn't be too
but
hard.
at least you're not down a rook, right? Like a rook sacrifice for a
That's true.
pawn is kind of crazy, but a rook sacrifice for a pawn and a knight is like, okay, that's reasonable.
Yeah, Sean's fighting. He's still in the game. Still in the game.
The time pressure though, and I see we have a result. between Chess Emperor 3000 and Pizza Bert. So the board 2 for Mississippi is redeeming or avenging Sean from the first round, taking
Yeah,
down the Pizza Bert.
cannot do 2 miracles in a row.
So we do have this Queen G5 move. Wow, Caleb, I thought you said that Florida was bringing the fighting chess, and you're saying their fourth board has a miracle by winning a chess game.
Well, he's board 4 against the board 1. That's a miracle no matter who you are.
I don't know. I don't know if that's a miracle. But okay. Florida.
Not to take anything away from
the
wonderful Pizza Bird.
The Florida players are tuning in. They see the great Caleb Denby is cheering for them, handpicked them, and now the betrayal. It could be heartbreaking.
It's tough.
What's up, Dan?
Just 2 seconds on the clock for Sean, by the way.
But no seconds.
0 seconds on the clock.
So that's actually, did I give Sean a point on accident? I meant to give that to Chess Emperor. But yeah, Sean starting off the day 0 for 2. And the bottom 2 boards both taken down Sean. Rough start. But
yeah, the lower boards for the UFC kind of scrappy. As you might expect.
They believe in themselves, unlike Caleb. Just kidding.
By the way, Sam the Eagle, the Florida board 1 potentially, is down a bishop, just down a bishop.
This is definitely their board 1. But I see what you're saying. Oh, and look at this beautiful coordination with the black pieces. How do you save? Oh, I guess the rook on f2 is defending mate, so we can afford.
So you have to go to h4, I guess. You don't really want to go to h2. It just feels too bad. But yeah, it's tough to find a way to get active here with white. I think this is the kind of position where you're just doomed to sort of sit back and just let it happen.
Black has every single piece coordinated right now. White has very little to no coordination.
There's not much to do here. Yeah, he tries rook af1. He could have tried rook g1 as well. I don't know that it would make a difference, but rook b1 or rook b2. I think rook b1 is a bit better. Yeah, for beats.
No, you kind of have to take that.
Yeah, rook f1 is a threat. You can't really do much about that. You go queen back to g3, I guess, but
king up, and now I'm looking at queen e1.
Queen e1 looks tempting. Sort of period. I think.
What if g5? Queen takes h6. Okay, so rook back to b3.
That'd be a bit much.
Okay, check. Luckily, there's a flight square.
Yep, there's a flight square, and this bishop on d5 actually is serving a couple purposes here, defending f7 as well as attacking on g2.
That's a beautiful bishop, by the way. Just right in the center of the board. This bishop it's influencing every quadrant of the board.
Queen e1 still probably on black's mind here. You can't do it yet because it leaves your bishop behind, and after your bishop gets captured, your rook is attacked. But
that would still look good though for black. I think with the pawns. I mean, obviously you don't want to lose.
You win like f4 with check and probably e5 as well, but you have an extra bishop here. But now queen e1 for sure looks like it should be played. It's actually a pin. And it's a meaningful pin. You cannot move that rook on f2 due to the queen on h4 sort of being hanging. We get this instead, and black, I think, is trying to put white into zugzwang with 2 major pieces on the board, which is kind of impressive, but he's almost doing it.
Wait, so can we not move the rook? Well, now we can't. Now, so how about rook b2?
You could move the rook, but where would it go? You can go to c2, but then bishop e4 or something.
Oh, just trading queens. See, this is what you would like to do, trading queens, right?
Yeah, there are many ways to win this position. In this particular instance,
I think rook b2.
I think rook b2 was a good one. I think rook b1 followed by queen e1 was still a good one. But extra bishop here should be pretty good. Okay, so bishop e4. And yeah, black will pick up on a5 now. And with the extra piece, shouldn't be too hard. Let's see what else is going on. Electro Zeus defeats Oswin. And I think that's the only new development. Uh-oh, wait a second. There's an e6 pawn. How did this happen, Joe? How did an e6 pawn happen?
It's pinned though, so that's good.
Yeah, no need to panic yet. But actually, no, there's a need to panic. You should be panicking. This panic.
Uh,
Sam with the swindles. How are you
I
saving
missed
everything
it.
here, Joe?
I missed it.
Are you saving everything? I don't think you are. I think bishop c6 was the only way to stop this pawn.
Uh-oh. You
Wow.
think
Okay,
there's
rook takes d5 was missed. Rook takes d5 would have just won the game for white. Now black is going to save it with bishop c6. But yeah, the problem with rook b5 was rook takes d5, and that was it for Sam.
I looked away for a second. Okay, so there you got our active rook taking the f pawn, and like you said, the pawn was a runner. And yeah, rook takes d5 was missed. So rook takes d5, black can't take back. They have to like save the promotion.
Yeah, one of those weird things about rooks, they feel like very, very powerful pieces, but then whenever they need to stop a pawn from promoting, a lot of times they can only, there's only two moves that do that. And so if they can't go to either of those squares, then the pawn just promotes. So in that case, the rook on d5 would have to go to d8 or e5, and both squares attacked. So the rook would have been helpless. Now, though, still an extra piece for black. All you need to do here really is start pushing this a pawn, and your life is going to get a lot simpler. He goes rook e5 as well, which is pretty reasonable. But now, rook c3. We get some tempos against the bishop. We go rook c7, make some threats against the king. Not so easy. Not so easy for black.
Rook c7.
Yeah, and almost a mate threat.
Yeah, if we could get h4 in, that would be a mate threat.
Yeah, I mean, you don't even need to play h4 though. You would rather just keep your pawns together and just play rook f7, rook g7. All of a sudden, you have a lot of connected passed pawns.
Oh, so yeah, just rook f7, rook g7 right now.
Yeah, still rook g7, even though the pawn has moved. Should be
but rook
a good way to continue.
G7 comes with a pin.
Yeah, the only downside here is actually after king f4, white's probably just getting mated by the two pieces.
But I mean, you gotta try this, right? Like, what else?
Yeah, you have to give it a go.
What else?
Yeah, king f4, rook g6, and then rook e2, and it should actually be mate in 3. It's actually mate in 3. Wow. King g3, and then you can't really stop rook e1 thanks to this bishop on b5.
Oh, they're going for it.
Yeah, maybe this is a little bit too simple. Maybe you have to go f6 to try and keep the intrigue alive. Yeah, it doesn't quite make it though. We'll see if black can put together this mate here.
Man,
king g1, and now
beautiful.
king g3 is it. One more move to find to secure the win here.
That's unfortunate. If only we had a check, but we don't.
There it is. Can't go king f1 because just rook anywhere along the e file, followed by rook e1 is the end of the game.
Ooh, fancy taking on e6. Look at that. That darn bishop.
The old back and forth.
So Sam the Eagle top board goes down to beats by wait. Yes. No,
yeah,
Sam the
That's a big upset for
beats by Khan. 2 for 2. My goodness. So yeah, the middle two boards for Mississippi put in work, and they actually take the lead there for Mississippi.
Yeah, this is a close match so far.
Yeah, you thought the UFC would just walk all over Ole Miss.
I thought so. What on earth is happening in Electro Zeus's game, by the way? Black is like so undeveloped, but is just up a piece, I guess.
They're castled.
Yeah, they're castled,
Okay, let's
but
see.
like
Let's
I'm
see
just
what
sort of
happened.
like amazed
Ah,
that all of these pieces for white got captured, and
so
the only thing that's missing for black is a knight. Like I don't know how this.
white blundered c3, but tried to turn the blunder into not a blunder by pinning the knight, but the knight could still take on a2, defending the bishop. So we have pawn push, knight takes on c1, rook takes c1, and then the bishop retreats, lives to tell the tale. And
I see.
that is how you go up a piece, by taking two pieces with one.
Like that makes a lot of sense. How that could happen.
That math checks out.
But white with the massive center trying to prove some kind of compensation. C6 is stopping the roll of the pawns for now. I actually wanted to play something like bishop e4 and just get d5 d6.
I
If you get
agree.
d5 d6 here, you have a
Now,
very
now it
serious
comes with
argument.
a potential fork on d6.
Well, potential fork, but after d5 and two captures, then we are going to get the queen trade on
Ah,
c2.
you're right.
So this might be what he
I
has in mind.
I couldn't see that far ahead. That was too much. That the queens would
I would
be
still,
opened up.
yeah, I would still,
Still go for this.
consider going for it
Yeah,
now. But
and maybe like rook d8, rook d1, like queen b3, getting out of
yeah,
the c file.
I actually might prefer something like queen f2 here. Just sort of a cagey move, putting some pressure on f7. Actually,
Queen
that would hang my c
f2.
pawn. Queen
You
e2,
you
maybe.
you'll lose your seat. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe queen e2 and some
Queen
ideas
back
of.
here.
Okay, I kind of like this move. Now, if the white queen ever tries to leave this diagonal, black will probably go bishop f5 and try to trade off white's best remaining piece.
Yep, they got the bishop pair, but no, the knight's now blocking. So can we
Okay,
play?
yeah, d5
Okay.
can be played, and it is. Have to go pawn takes, and now we have to take on c2 with the rook, but that should be fine. And it's not as if white is winning a piece back here, unless they are, actually. Are they winning a piece back somehow?
I don't think they
Like, rook
are.
takes b7,
Or
attacks a lot of stuff. But there's stuff like, rook b7 attacks a lot of stuff, Joe. I'm a little scared.
rook
I'm a little scared.
b7 is their knight c5.
Potentially, yes. Potentially, yes.
And then what? We take on e7 or oh, I don't know.
Yeah, now all your pieces are just attacked.
Oh
Bishop
man.
c5 is a check, but then you're still going to lose a little bit of material after king f1 because both of your pieces are still attacked.
So probably rook d8, right?
Well, rook d8, then rook c7 is going to come.
I'm gonna be right
And
back. I'm gonna get something real quick. Sorry.
alrighty. So yeah, the problem here is if you try to defend the knight, like Joe was saying, just rook c to c7 renews the threat and actually only makes it even stronger. So I think the only way to save a little bit of material here is to go with actually bishop c5 check now, and then what? And then I'm not so sure. I guess we just have to go like knight e5 or something and give the piece back.
I apologize. What I missed, Caleb?
White's winning this piece. They did it. Electro
Ah,
Zeus manages to claw his way back into the game.
they fought back, and yeah, Sean is again the top board and 0 for 2. So you would hate to see them lose from up a piece, but it's still far from over. In fact, Sean's still up a pawn, and the
Yeah.
white pawn structure isn't looking fantastic, I gotta say.
I mean, I was gonna say not too much danger
But
of losing here, but now this d pawn is passed and white is fully equal on material.
yes,
At the
they've got
very
the
least,
pawn
rook
back.
a7 shouldn't be the hardest draw. And so yeah, Zeus just takes on a7. And yeah, we saw someone win a 4 versus 3 that they probably shouldn't have earlier today, but this 2 versus 2 probably not going to be the hardest to hold.
I don't know,
We'll
Caleb.
see if
Those white pawns are separated.
they are separated.
That's a clear advantage.
All Zeus needs to do is leave this rook over there on a7. We saw this mistake earlier. The rook was great over on the a file, attacking from the side. And then for some reason, I don't remember who it was, but they brought their rook to the g file, and then everything just fell apart. The rook actively placed on a7 targets the black pawns from the side. That's where the rook wants to stay. And it can give checks. It can do anything.
That rook can do anything at once. And look, there it goes. There's a check. Probably block with the pawn.
You can block with the pawn. Yeah, I mean it.
You could block with the rook.
It doesn't matter too much, to be honest.
You
can block with the rook, but then you might actually lose.
Really?
You might actually lose. Yeah. Take king f4, and you're sort of.
But your pawn structure is now symmetrical.
Right? Oh, that's why it's all about the king position.
Okay, so the king goes back.
All right, I don't want to look at this game anymore. I've had enough.
You don't want to see the rook versus two pawn. Okay. Let's look at Sam the Eagle versus Chess Emperor. Both of these players, actually, did Sam lost their second round?
Yes.
Haven't
seen much of Chess Emperor, but he's 2-0 so far, right?
Yes. I think I missed a game. What game did I miss? Did Electro Zeus?
I think. Yeah, I'm not sure actually.
Let me do some detective work.
I thought potentially Electro Zeus won. Was still on the second. Alrighty, so it's a tie match then, right?
Yes. Yeah, we're watching all 4 games of round 3. So the first half is done.
So Chess Emperor with another weird pawn structure, but it looks like everything is sort of being held together by this bishop on f6. Knight e5 looks nice. It attacks this pawn on g6, but after king g7, everything should be defended.
I was hoping that white would sack the exchange on f6 so that black could take back with the pawn, creating a pawn cube.
I was also hoping for this. I was hoping for knight d7, though, followed by knight f6, when you can sort of get the pawn cube by force.
A forceful
rook
pawn.
d8, though, just in time. Okay, rook c7 looks like it makes a threat, but I don't think it actually does.
So rook takes.
I mean, you can take on b7, but I think that's the only threat.
I also like how Chess Emperor's profile pictures a pizza, and Pizza Bert is rocking the Among Us. Okay, Electro Zeus won their game against Champouli. So Champouli is getting swept.
In that rook endgame. You hate to see it.
By flag. So let's see what happened. I don't know. The king got in somehow. Yeah, that was not great. Okay.
Yeah, you actually, the exact same mistake happened, but by the other side this time. The rooks in these endgames should be checking from the side, should be attacking from the side. Once Sean brought that rook to e7, that's when the white king was able to invade safely, and that's when the position turned out to be lost. You need these rooks far away. They're long-range pieces.
Exchange sack from Chess Emperor.
But why?
I don't know.
I guess he was worried about rook e7. I guess knight d7 was a threat. So I take it all back. Sam making the sneaky threats.
Knight d7. Because knight d7 threatens to take on f6, but why not just like king f7?
Yeah, I'm not so sure actually. Can you play king f7?
I think
I guess so. I was worried about rook f6
Or you
maybe
know what? Rook
after
f6
king
pawn
f7.
takes. There is knight b6.
Yeah,
But
I
that's
think.
still oh, that is winning material.
Yeah, you end up down a piece there.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if sacking the exchange was forced, but okay, we got some checks.
So it's not the worst it's ever been. I mean, it should be losing, but the bishop's active. Black is not down any pawns, and maybe Black has some holding chances. You know, you go like rook b1. You try to win this a pawn. You try to keep things together on the
Rook
king side
b7.
for as long as you can.
I would play rook b7.
Yeah, rook b7.
Then
This
rook
is
e8.
definitely an option.
Oh, do you want to look at Aswin versus Sam? Oh, they just won. I wanted to
So
look
sorry, I think
because
my audio just cut out. Give me one moment.
you can't hear me. Oh no. What will I do? Actually, it might be.
Oh my god. Okay,
Oh,
my audio is still out, but that's a bad miss.
queen takes d5. Fork of the queen. We saw this yesterday too. Darn. So there goes a queen. All right, so that's a point for Aswin. Pizza Burt has 8 seconds, by the way.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome
Pizza
back.
Burt, 8 seconds.
Did you see that queen fork in Aswin's game?
I did not see the queen fork in Aswin's.
Go look at Aswin's game real quick. We saw another a queen fork with the queen.
Ah, queen forks, powerful.
The queen fork by queen. Oh, king d6, big blunder from Pizza Burt, allowing for rook check, and now the promotion.
So beats by Khan, just cleaning up for
And they resign.
For Ole Miss here, carrying the team.
3 for 3 from board 3, picking up from Champouli slack. But this is a big round for Mississippi. It was tied 4-4, and now I think I forgot to give Electro Zeus a point.
Yes,
they're up 6-5, so they've taken a 1-point lead. There is one game left. This is looking drawish.
So Sam the Eagle needs to try and win this one for
king check.
Oh, now you can take, and you cannot take on h7 because we can simplify.
No, now rook check, and that wins.
Yeah,
that wins for whites.
So if Sam, white does win this, which they should, then that's a tie match, right?
Yes, tied going into fourth. So now you can play f5. I think white's a little hesitant, but they've found it, and now you got to go king f6. Oh no, f6 is a draw. Oh, Sam.
Oh boy,
not tying the match. Missed king f6. Oh, but now king g6. What?
Oh my god.
Oh no. Push the pawn now. Oh no, king e6. King e6. What are we witnessing?
Come on, man.
There it is.
Please end it.
Oh no.
All right, these players need a little bit of endgame work, I think. Just a little bit.
Winner of this match gets a free lesson from Caleb.
Just a tiny bit of endgame study goes a long way.
Watch this ended stalemate. Watch this ended stalemate.
You want to be able to win these things in your sleep. You don't want to have to be thinking for situations like this where there's a lot on the line. And
okay, they'll have mate.
Not a lot of time.
Okay. All right, so Sam does tie it.
I don't know about the path to get there, but the correct result is found in the king and pawn endgame.
Yeah, that was scary for both players.
So it is now 6-6.
It is 6-6.
Despite Sean struggling on board 1, Ole Miss is lifting the team up from the lower boards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Florida, they're kind of balanced. 2 from their top 2 and 1 from their bottom 2. So, this fourth round, I mean,
man. Pizza with the queen win.
That's nice. Yeah, allowing for the capture on h5 is a huge win for white, forcing the king out. Actually, I guess that was a piece sacrifice, but yeah, queen e7, big blunder from Aswin. Uh, yeah, this king is not too happy. Down a
Just don't
queen.
play e4. Because one thing you shouldn't do is play e4, Pizza Bert.
That's what I want to do though for bishop e3 check, Caleb.
And that's why I pointed out it seems tempting. You want to play e4, you want to give checkmate, but just don't do it, Joe. Just don't do it.
There it
Oh
is.
my god, how do I do it every time? I find
It's
the one
such
way
a
to
natural.
lose.
I would have played e4 honestly.
Oh goodness,
The one way to lose.
this is
Oh, they missed
my
it.
this is my talents.
Oh,
Still
so
bishop c5,
bishop.
but no, then you can
It's
take.
no, but you take with check, and then you win the rook.
Goodness
But there it
gracious.
is. Hoping no.
What a
Oh
journey.
man.
What a journey these chess games are. Queen
Yeah.
c7 was actually mate in 2, by the way. But this, is good enough.
Who needs mate in 2 when you can win material?
Yeah, so just takes on d5 now, and I think the danger is past. I don't see any more ways to lose aside from, the really bad ones.
Yeah, the worst has passed. So yeah, this is division 10. So we have 14 total divisions. I think the lowest division that we've streamed so far this season has been maybe like division 13. But I have exciting news. Later today, we will cover our first division 14 match.
Ooh,
Yes,
exciting.
I'm very excited for that. I wish you'll be there, but I think you got bigger, better things to do.
Yeah, I can't make
Apparently,
it today. Someone
yeah.
has to run the chess club.
I don't see why you can't stream from there, by the way. We're working two jobs. um,
Checkmate! Pythagor Jax. I don't know if you were looking at that.
I was
Probably not.
not.
But Pythagor Jax just threatened mate on h7. Beats
And
by
they
Khan.
did it.
Did not see it. And that is the first defeat for Beats by Khan today.
Wow. So beats by Khan. Jaden goes down. And Florida takes the lead. That's a big point for the fourth round.
Yeah, just 3 games to go.
And Pizza Bird's looking like they should win this one. They should be sweeping that one up, which actually puts a lot of pressure on Sean. Not only do they... Oh, wait, Sean's actually crushing.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
Sean's up a queen.
and Chess Emperor both need to win their final games here to tie the match.
So it comes down to Chess Emperor versus Electro Zeus. Chess Emperor is up a pawn, but they're really behind development. Actually, both players are kind of behind development, so it's fine.
Yeah, up a pawn, and I'm a little worried that the d4 pawn might fall as well eventually. But I don't know, knight 2 to g3 feels sort of strange.
Well, you got to get these pieces out somehow.
I agree.
I think the bishop wants to go to d3.
Yeah, I'm trying to find something good for black here. b6 makes a lot of sense. It's good to challenge these advanced pawns on the queen side for white. I'm wondering if knight takes b4 is going to get played this game. Something like takes on b6, knight takes b4, and if you take the piece back, okay, well I have to take back on b6 first, either with the queen or the pawn. Yeah, I think knight b4 is black's idea. So you have to be a little bit careful. This king could get into some trouble on e1, and the black pieces could come into the position. Yeah, I want to see it. Knight b4 right now. Go get him. Go get him.
That fighting chess. Sack the knight. So Pizza Burt won their game. So everyone from the Florida team has gotten 2 wins, which puts them at 8. So Mississippi's down by 2 with only 2 games left. Any point, any draw from Florida wins the match. Mississippi needs to win out to hold the draw. And yeah, so Sam the Eagle looks like they're going to lose to Sean. Sean has lost all games so far, holding out their strength to take down the final battle, Sam the Eagle from Florida, the top board.
Electro Zeus not able to pull the trigger on the knight
So they did
sacrifice.
not take on b4.
Mm.
Didn't believe it.
Yeah, still a pretty reasonable position. You can go something like a5. That's the saner way to attack these dark squares. But if you give white time, white's going to finish development here, and then it's going to be tough to compensate for your lack of pawn.
So now the rook goes to c4, even more pressure on d4, but it should be defended.
A5 does come, very solid.
Yeah, a5, strong move.
And white is still a move or two away from comfortably getting castled and being worry-free.
Yeah, black
Actually, a
also
few
is
moves
behind,
away.
but black is not experiencing this pressure like white is, because black's just looking to get this check in.
Like I actually just want to play knight h3, and after you take on b4, I just want to castle.
So you want to give the
I'll
pawn
give the
back.
pawn back. Yeah, because if I get castled and you spend all your time taking your pawn back, then it's going to be your king that's in danger. Queen a4 is going to come.
Taking here, though. That's actually hanging the b2. That hangs b2. But queen takes a5.
Does hang b2.
Clearly going for the check.
Yeah, would have been nice to have an extra bishop. But
so Sean Pooley finally gets a win. They're not swept.
So this is it. Ooh, and why trade the queens? Your one advantage was white's king safety, and now it doesn't matter. Queens are off the board.
I'm cheering for Chess Emperor. I gotta stick to my prediction at the start of the match, and
okay,
I think white's gonna do just fine.
Rook.
Yeah, the rook was hanging, but also d3 is very weak. So
rook
yeah.
Is super attacked.
Black didn't take on b2, and white's returning the favor by not taking on a8. So this evens things up. They can start anew on a fresh foot. Yep. Probably black will see it now and play, rook to g8. So white not castle. Black will also not castle.
Rook d1, not a bad move at all. You could have taken on d3 with the knight, but you would actually rather take with the rook. So I like what white's doing.
Rook d1, I think, is a high class move here from Chess Emperor, who's also
activate your final piece.
Nico is actually the captain of the Mississippi team, so it all comes down.
We could see checkmate here.
If you see knight the
h5,
knight coming in, yeah. I think the knight will take on d3. But knight h5 is a juicy move.
You can play either knight to h5.
Yes, but
any knight you want.
He sees it. He goes for it.
Knight.
Wow. What
a little bit unnecessary, maybe, but
no, I think
fun nonetheless.
Electro Zeus definitely has alarm bells ringing right now, right? When you play knight g to h5,
But actually, what do you do here with black? Because knight f6 not only attacks the king, it attacks the rook as well. I guess you have to go like rook d6 or something awful. Yeah, I guess the argument for using the g knight is it stops rook g6 as well.
Yeah, the knight
I guess you have
to
go rook d6.
Covers this.
I guess rook d6 is the only way.
You could also maybe move the f pawn, like f5, and just give up the exchange. Go king to f7. Going this way, but that allows knight takes. And
yeah, it allows knight takes, and
you have to
I
take
guess you
with
have
the f
takes to avoid checkmate.
Yeah, so you're not getting mated, but life is rough.
Not exactly fun. Yeah.
So would you take on h7? It's a fork.
I don't think so, because bishop h6 looks like it's gonna give you.
You're right. Oh, but they took
bishop h6 here.
Bishop h6.
And I don't know that
they go here.
Yeah.
So that loses another pawn.
I think it was still fine for white. You can just go like knight f6 there, but it didn't look like the most fun.
Now trade bishops. Oh, and then there's a fork on e6. Dang. Oh, they go here first. Oh, and now black's just
king h7.
Black's just pre-moving or something. I don't know.
Total collapse.
So yeah.
This is,
there goes the
yeah.
Not even taking the rook. This is Nico is putting on a clinic. Oh man, taking everything. Bishop here. This was just, I think after the
I don't know
G
if Black
pawn though.
knows. Yeah, Black might know the match situation and is playing to get some stalemate ideas.
That is true.
When in doubt, just throw away all the pieces, I guess.
That's their last hope. Um,
When all you need is a draw.
there's a check, but now the rook is or the knight's cooked. But maybe that's what
Yeah,
they wanted.
so
I
here's
just moved the G pawn.
some blitz swindle advice
Oh,
for you
they just
guys.
resigned.
If you're playing stalemate tricks, keep one of your pieces on the board. If possible, like keep a rook or something. That way, once you stalemate your king, you can have all these tactics where you give away your final piece. If you're left with just a pawn or a couple pawns, those are a lot harder to find tactics with.
You gave us a lot of lessons today, Caleb.
I do my
Especially
best.
with the rook in games, the rook and pawn. I don't think anyone was able to hold any rook and pawn in games today.
No, no rook and pawn endgames got held. That one king and pawn endgame also a little bit rough, but I don't think the players needed me to tell them that. I think they kind of got they were messing that one up.
The 4v3 and the 2v2, those were both lost.
Yep.
But yeah, this match ends in a peaceful result, a draw. No tie breaks for the regular season.
I don't know if that's how I would have described it, but a draw is definitely the final result.
They couldn't best each other. Their forces were even. But yeah,
it's a very violently drawn match.
So that is that. We have another match coming up, Duke C versus Wake Forest. That is going to be after the weekly arena, which starts at 10 a.m. Pacific. So we have 2 hours before that starts. I think Caleb's done for today. So thank you for being here, Caleb.
That's it from me, guys. Thank you all so much for having me on. Love commentating these matches. Always exciting.
So with that, I think we're gonna head out. We're gonna raid somebody, and hopefully I'll see you guys back for the weekly arena if you guys want to join that. Actually, I should have a link. Let me get that to you guys in the chat. But for now, we're gonna go to and raid someone. So thank you guys. Take care, and we'll see you next time.